On the contrary, black folks, we understand white people very well. And you want to know why? It's because we don't got a choice. It's a matter of life and death for us to understand the way that white people move, to understand the way that white people think, to understand, you feel me, white proclivities. Y'all may not be aware, you feel me, of certain shit. Y'all may not be aware, you feel me, of certain subconscious shit that y'all do, you feel me, and that y'all say, whatever the case may be. But we gotta be aware. We're trained from the time that we're children to recognize and to understand, you feel me, why, you feel me, why this white man, you feel me, subconsciously y'all do, you feel me, and that y'all say, whatever the case may be. But we gotta be aware. We're trained from the time that we're children to recognize and to understand, you feel me, why, you feel me, why this white man, you feel me, subconsciously this recognize and to understand, you feel me, why, you feel me, why this white man, you feel me, subconsciously, you dig what I'm saying? You don't realize the implication of when you say shit like, oh, I only date black girls. You understand what I'm saying? You don't understand the implication of that, right? As a black man growing up, I was taught at a very early age, you feel me, to recognize the implication, you feel me, of when I'm walking down the street and a white woman is about to pass me and she put her eyes down. You feel me? As a large black man, as a 6 foot plus, 200-pound plus black man, I was taught at a very, very early age to make white people as comfortable in my presence as possible. Because if I don't,
Taxes was chasing updates and getting nowhere. Now Taxes is a TurboTax expert.
you understand what I'm saying? I remember FD was talking about, he plays this game with his kids, say, find the black person. If you walk into a room and you can't find the black person, that means you're the black person, and that means you need to leave. You dig what I'm saying?
Damn, out of every space?
We've all been brought up with that experience because, again, we can't do certain shit around you.
I done walked into motherfucking many of places when I done looked around and said, I'm the only motherfucking nigga in here. But I never felt like I had to fucking go immediately. You know what I'm saying? I sound like this motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? That's crazy. Nah, I never been like, ain't no niggas in here, I gotta fucking go. There might be a situation where I feel like, I mean, I guess it's different, for different situations. That's a case by case basis, but I never felt like I walked into a motherfucker. I might notice I'm the only nigga in here, and then I always keep my head on the swivel, so I never had a problem with that. But if ain't no way I'm going to a restaurant or some shit or a fucking bar and I'm the only nigga in there and I'm like, I better get the fuck up out of here. Like, it ain't never been like that. I'm like the type of motherfucker. You see one other black nigga in the fucking room, you like, I'm supposed to be the only nigga in here. What up, Vic? Welcome to the stream, my G. We playing Thymesia in a second. How's your day going? How you been, brother? I was commenting on this video, Lil Bill. This Lil Bill video. Hold on a second. Oh, we don't want to show all that.
We just can't. We can't do certain shit with y'all, and we can't do certain shit around y'all because the consequences are much more dire. You understand what I'm saying? So my point being is that when you see black people doing whiteface, outside, you feel me, of the socio-political...
I've never been in a room with a single person who is mixed Finnish Pakistani. I don't know why people bitch about being the only white boy at a club or whatever, baby. I think what he's saying right now is just different from being the only white person as opposed to being the only black person. Doing well, hope you're well. I'm doing all right, man. Like the pure definition of okay, you know.
Implications. It is a much more informed understanding. You dig what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hold you. Sometimes it do be, you know, white people.
I want y'all to pay attention and laugh at when this motherfucker talks. His ad libs. There's always a you know what I'm saying, or you feel me, or you understand what I'm saying. And the motherfucker just said it 3 times in a row. I was cracking up. Being the only black person in the room is not a thing in Southern Finland, so I haven't seen it. Is being out there, Southern Finland, like one of those things where like people have never seen a black person in person? I've run into a couple motherfuckers that was like, I ain't never seen a black person in person. Like, god damn. In that type of way, you know what I'm saying? That shit's about to make me laugh because it reminds me of this motherfucker doing that shit 3 times in a fucking row. There's plenty of Somali people out in Helsinki. Damn. Wait, is that the capital? What the fuck was I about to say? I lost my fucking train of thought. Goddamn. South is very diverse. South, capital of South. That's what's up. At least they got some diversity out there. Oh, that's what I was about to say. Like one of the good things about growing up in the States, specifically like California, because the whole shit is a melting pot, but it's way more of a melting pot out here in Cali or in LA or some shit, as opposed to like rural Wisconsin or some shit. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of fucking places in this country where motherfuckers grow up and never see anybody outside of their race like ever. And if they do see a motherfucker, the whole town know about it. They be, oh, what are they doing here? Like, it's a whole fucking event when somebody else, you know, comes into town. Like, what are they doing here? Who do they know? Because we know everybody. And nobody is brown skinned. You know what I'm saying? Like, that type of shit is crazy to think, like, especially in a country where it's so diverse. But just specifically that state and that city, that town or that fucking village, whatever you live in, nobody is out there. And that type of shit is why you get, like, is why you still have, like, racist and ignorant Trump voting morons, because they have never seen. They don't know what the fuck is going on. All they see is what's on TV, and they develop racism. It's crazy. The fuck?
People be like, white people be like, and some of y'all might get pressed when I say that, but that's because to keep it a buck, white people do be like. White people do be like. I ain't even gonna hold you. I ain't gonna say that there's a lack of depth to whiteness, or rather, let me rephrase that, because there is a lack of depth to whiteness. But that doesn't mean that there's a lack of depth to individuals who exhibit whiteness. Because like I said before, and for those of y'all who are pressed about that, shut up, all right, and listen.
Bumfuck nowhere is not the best idea as a brown skinned person, though. Hell nah. I mean, if you are gonna be in bumfuck nowhere, you gotta have a community built. They're doing what we all need to be doing, right? I saw an article somewhere, probably on Facebook or some shit, where somewhere in Georgia, this family like bought the land, or like maybe like a group of families bought this land. They came together and basically built their own community in Georgia, which is what we all need to be doing. They can live sovereign. Everybody helps each other out. We're all a fucking community. That's how some of these small towns and shit feel like. Even out here in Cali, they got some fucking. Why is my nose running? Hold on. They got some fucking cities out here in the middle of fucking nowhere. Yes, California. They be in the middle of the fucking desert. Nose running with the cat. Yeah, I had to go catch my nose real quick. That shit was running away like fucking like the fridge. Like the fridge be running. Yeah, motherfucking places out here in Cali, in the middle of fucking nowhere. And they got that same type of fucking energy about them, you know what I mean? That small town, small minded energy. It's crazy. I gotta see if I'm what time I gotta get off stream.
To this, because I've told y'all this before, is that if you consider yourself white, you are not white, nigga. Whiteness exists for one reason, and that is to justify the subjugation of quote-unquote non-white people. You understand what I'm saying? Because don't nobody know what being white is aside from your presentation. Don't nobody know what it means. Because 100 years ago, Italians couldn't be white. Sicilians couldn't be white. The Irish couldn't be white. So matter of fact, you got Middle Eastern people from, Lebanon and Jordan and Syria and whatever, and they can check off white on their census record. So then what the fuck is white then? You understand what I'm saying? A Lebanese Muslim, you feel me, can check off white on they said that what the fuck is white in that case?
Yeah.
So my point is you are not white. You are Italian. You are Irish. You are Armenian. You feel me? You are British, English rather, Scottish, Welsh. You feel me? You are Greek. You are Slavic.
You are
You feel
Finnish.
me? You are
And Pakistani,
whoever
what?
and what? Hell, you're American. You are whoever and whatever your people were before somebody came around and said, you're white. You get to be white now. That is who you are. You understand what I'm saying? And that is where your identity, if you're looking for identity, you find your identity in that. You feel me? That is what your identity is. So yeah, that's what I got to say
I'm finished. That's hilarious.
about this whole situation is that, you feel me, those
Y'all stream was funny as hell and horny as hell, and that's all good. You know what I'm saying? That is all good. Nah, y'all was funny as hell. That game, I can't get behind the Animal Crossing, survival simulator type shits, where you just basically living the life that you probably want to live instead of living this bullshit life. But I understand it. I can relate. Every now and then I want to get into some kind of fucking survival game, but they take a lot of fucking time. Like a lot of time to do a little bit of shit. It's gonna take you a lot of time to fucking find resources, build a house, plan all your shit, get your shit together, and then you start venturing out into the game. Like, come on, bro. Then you might have to build another house, and I'm like, come on, dog. I ain't got time for that shit. I support a woman's right to be horny. Oh yeah, we definitely support women's rights to be horny. I'm with the free to nipple and all that shit. Pro-choice, free to nipple. You know what I'm saying? Who the fuck is, I mean, you got to be out of your fucking mind if you're against free to nipple. You know what I mean? You might not want to see every titty, but seeing titty in any form is better than seeing no titty at all in any situation. Seeing titty is better than seeing no titty in any situation. I don't get it. Well, maybe not any situation. I'd say like 98% of situations. It's always better to be looking at some titties. I like to be looking at some titties right now. But we about to be on this game. See, who the fuck was playing God of War? Was it Vic? Or was it who the fuck was playing God of War? We were at that stream. Jack. You want to sit here and talk about why, you know, the elements of that game that make it good? They got titties all over the place in that game. You know what I'm saying? The motherfucking Medusa bitches just walk around with their titties out. I'm like, this is the shit. You walk around the architecture, they got statues and shit with their titties out. That's nice. I feel like that's probably what attracts me to that well, there's a lot that attracts me to that like ancient Rome culture and shit. That startup civilization. But they just had their titties out. They was freeing the nipple way before the movement. Then you're playing the game, you just fuck some enemies up. You walk around the corner, there's just 3 naked bitches. And you just go over there, you do the Simon Says, you fuck the bitches. You know what I mean? That's fucking dope. Greeks knew what's up. Yeah, you know, it was well, I don't know how different it was like from the Roman to the Greeks. But there's always pros and cons, right? They had the slavery shit going on. You know, it feels like there was less racism, but I'm talking about this shit like there was more classism for sure. I mean, it's classism now, but that shit was ridiculous then. Monarchy type shit. That royal family shit is fucked up. You were just chosen for this. Not because you're a better person, a better human being than the rest of the flock, but because you were just chosen. You might be a terrible human being, but we got you up there and we have to listen to you. Nah, that shit is trash. Greece had the orgy and shit. Classism was big. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There were certain things that they looked at as honorable that aren't so much as honorable as we hold to them shits today. You know what I mean? Loyalty to the king and all this bullshit. Fucking the entertainment they had was just human beings killing each other and that primal fucking society type shit. It was crazy. They was fucking in the streets. They didn't give a fuck. Kids walking around and shit. They be in the middle of the street fucking. But I fuck with it as an adult. I'm walking around. Hey, they getting it. Let me just watch this shit real quick. I'm like just walking down the street. What the fuck? They shun you for that shit. You can't be doing that shit in public, just out and about.
See all that's, you know, having a fit over Drewski. Y'all need to Y'all need to man the fuck up. I thought it was, oh, it's just jokes, bro. It's just a prank, bro. Nobody can take a joke. Nobody, yeah, when it's trans people, when it's black people, when it's gay people, it's, oh, nobody can take a joke. Nobody can do. But the minute that you feel me, the mirror is now on y'all. Now you feel me, y'all want to cry and, poop your pants. You feel me, over a punchline. Get out of my face with that. But yeah, there you have it. Deuces.
Your biggest fear.
Damn.
I want to take our bed apart.
So everything's ready.
Huh?
I said everything's ready.
I mean, all that is.
All that shit.
Yeah, all that's ready. And the sides are ready. I don't know how this goes together and whatnot, so.
We gotta put the I need to do this. She gone. The fastest mic drop, nigga said, yeah, that's it, I'm gone. No sewer system or dumps. Oh yeah, they was wiping their ass with this, like, they had like public public toilet tissue. Niggas was wiping their ass with the same cloth. I said, what the fuck? They go around taking shit in front of everybody. Wipe their ass with the same cloth that everybody else used. We gotta put the fucking leg things on the
Well, we can't put that together first. We gotta take that bed apart because I gotta wash the carpet and vacuum
alright.
and all that.
Right. Alright. Man, I ain't even got time to stream. I'm gonna play the game a little bit though. Where the fuck is it? Nah, I start out the streams. I watch a video. I do a little talking first, and then and then I jump into the game. Yeah, right. I got shit to do. I hate having shit to do. Yeah. They told you as a kid, don't grow up too fast. You know what I'm saying? And then you ask them why. And they go, being an adult sucks. And the first thing they say is, you gotta pay taxes. I'm like, taxes? As a kid, I wanted to grow up. Now I want to play games and play with friends. Hell yeah, I wanted to grow up as a kid. I can have my freedom. I ain't gotta ask motherfuckers can I have this? Can I have that? They asking me if I got the money. I'm like, I'm a fucking kid. First of all, not only did I not choose to be here. What? Are you good? We're all kids out here without our consent. Facts. Then they tell you life is hard. Why the hell did you bring me here? Alright, oh my goodness. I gotta BRB for a little bit longer. My BRB screen. Oh my god, my fucking mic was. Alright, so this was going on. We're gonna take this fucking bed apart. It's gonna take like 30 minutes to an hour. I'm gonna fucking come back, and then we'll be playing a game, no interruptions. Appreciate you for coming through. Appreciate you for lurking. I shall return.